Please be seated. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is Daryl Muhammad, your host for another episode of The Money Game, so Black people can win and dominate, right here on Closing the Gap Broadcast Network. Brothers and sisters, we coming back after being off, a month, I think? We weren't here at the last broadcast, the last scheduled broadcast 2 weeks ago, because we had the opportunity to attend our national training there in Chicago, Illinois, and had the beautiful opportunity, the wonderful opportunity of seeing and hearing from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You never want to miss any opportunity. I'm talking to believers and guests, to have an opportunity to be in an intimate setting like that in the presence of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I was blessed to sit directly to him, probably stage his left a little, but about 50 feet from the minister, and just watching him and studying him and listening to him and absorbing and taking in the presence of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So that's why we missed the last episode, brothers and sisters. But thank you for being here. We pray that you are doing fine and ready to learn more. This is not for entertainment, even though we should have fun. Like Brother Nuri said today, or was it yesterday? He's in our city here in Houston. He was here yesterday speaking at our regional singles social weekend. And of course, he blessed us with his lecture here today. But he was saying, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, right? So we want to have fun, but this is for entertainment, what do you call it? Edutainment purposes, entertainment, but really for information, for education. Because, we're the masters of entertainment, right? Music, song, dance, sports. But we have to become more now astute. Time dictates the agenda. So teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, brothers and sisters, time dictates what position we have to take. We must take, or we suffer the consequences. And I would humbly say we're at that time. We're in that time. That time is now. That's why God blessed me to have the strength and the fortitude to put together this book that you all should have. If not, I'll tell you where you can get it here shortly. But you want to get this book. I came out with this book, The Money Game, so Black people can win and dominate. Because now it's time for us to not just win, but win and dominate. A lot of us are winning, but in my humble opinion, very, very few of us are dominating. That's a particular mindset, to dominate. See, the first part of the book, the title, The Money Game, that's broad. Everybody want to know about money. Everybody want to learn about money. That's the big net. That's the topic, right? The skill set, if you will. So Black people can win and dominate. Now that narrows it down very, very tightly. Because you're going to feel some kind of way if you're not Black. You're going to feel some kind of way if you don't want to win. You're going to feel some kind of way if you don't want to dominate, win, and dominate. So the subtitles to narrow it down. So it's specifically talking to the people who I want to talk to in that book. And to the extent that you and I, brothers and sisters, are Black and want to win and dominate, to the extent that you'll see in my book, jewel after jewel after jewel, aha moments after aha moments after aha moments, epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Because that's what growth really is all about. The growth and development of the mind to constantly discover new levels, new enlightenment, new, responsibilities, if you will. So, brothers and sisters, if you will, welcome. This is your first time. Welcome to The Money Game, so Black people can win and dominate. If you're coming back again, we appreciate your time, brothers and sisters. We don't want to go long. We want to be strong. We want to make sure we give you nuggets nuggets that you can use. We're looking for aha moments. If at any time during this broadcast you have an aha moment, please put it down there in the feed. We'll check it later, and then we'll put it on the screen. We have to, as Black people, we have to learn this money game at a much higher level. We have to learn it before we can use it. We have to learn it before we can execute it. And we have to spend a lot of time learning it, right? But learn just enough to go out and test. Learn, test, learn, do. Learn, do, teach, some say. Right? So we're happy to come back. We missed you, brothers and sisters. Right? So we're happy to come back. So if we get real excited, just know that's what it is. More excited than usual. Just know that's what it is. Because we see these things that are happening around the world. It's not at our front door yet. But when it reaches your front door, our front door is going to be too late. So let's be about this life that we say we're about. And a lot of us say we're about this life, especially those of us in the Nation of Islam. We took a pledge that we was going to be about that life. Not for ourselves alone, not just for our family, but for our community. The Black community is waiting on us, brothers and sisters, waiting on us. So, to get the book, let me see. Here's where you go. All right, go right there. Don't go to Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, but don't go to Amazon. Go to themoneygamebook.com. And just for going there and putting in your name and email address, I'll give you 2 gifts. Then the second page, you'll be able to order the book. See, that's a move to win and dominate. When you go straight to Amazon, buy books, those are, you become Amazon's customer. Amazon has the right to monetize those customers, you. I cannot reach out to Amazon and say, hey man, send me the email address, the name, email address, and home address of everybody who's bought my book off your platform. See, it's about platform. They'll say, no, we're not doing that. Those are our customers. We created the brand Amazon. We created the one place to go to get all your books and other items. See what I'm saying? So you go to that website, themoneygamebook.com, brothers and sisters, go there. You get 2 free gifts. One, you'll get it immediately. It's an audio I did entitled The Money Game, to give you an idea, a little peep, a preview of what to expect in the book. The second gift, and I have to check, I haven't checked in the last couple of days, but once we exceed 100 subscribers on that website, so if you're listening to my voice, you have not gone to that website, write it down and go to it after the broadcast. And if you're watching it on the replay, not watching it live, then you can put it on pause, press stop, pause, write it down, go to it, put in your information, boom, come back and finish watching the show. All right. So go to that website. The second gift, once we exceed 100 subscribers, last time I checked, we were like about 15, 16 short. Once we exceed that, then you're going to get an email from me giving you the date, the time, and the Zoom link. So we can have our private meetup, private conversation about the book. That's where you can ask questions about the book. Daryl, can you expound? Because you have to understand, brothers and sisters, you're talking about money, something that's comprehensive of money. You can't write that in a 200-page book. This book is 200 pages. Right? Know that it's a journey that you'll have to get on. And depending on what your destination is, right? How short your financial destination determines how long that journey is. Very simple. It's mathematics. Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam, right? So it depends on how far you want to go financially. You want to reach 1 million? That's further than if you want to reach 50,000. 10 million is further. So you know that you have to be on a journey, and the time determines how long you spend how much time you invest on that journey. That makes sense? Because, brothers and sisters, what I wrote in this book, and I'll come back later on and kind of go into details of the makeup of the book, right? Because the title draws you in, but the content keeps you there. The content makes you turn from page to page to page to page. But I will tell you this, if you expect this book to be like all the other money books out there, change. That's why you need to get that audio. That's why I gave it audio free, because you'll be disappointed, right? And I don't want you to be disappointed. I want to give you a level of accurate expectations, a level of expectation. All right, so go to there, get your free gift, brothers and sisters, and you will definitely appreciate it. Other thing, let's do some housekeeping real quick. Support the show, brothers and sisters. You can't play the money game if you don't understand that you have to release first with faith and belief and knowingness, because how you send something out, what kind of energy you release money with, will determine the effectiveness of that money and whatever objective you have for it. We going there, y'all. We ain't even really got into what we want to talk about tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about pillar number 2. We're covering the 4 pillars. Last show was pillar number 1, income. Tonight, pillar number 2. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But I'm just trying to warm you up, right? Giving you some time to make that paradigm shift. You got to shift. You come from one situation immediately to another situation. Sometimes you have to make a mental shift. That's why it depends on what you're leaving from and going into. You need to have a transition period. Go somewhere by yourself, be quiet. Go somewhere by yourself and, do some breathing techniques, right? Go somewhere, do some jumping jack, stretch, something to tell your mind and your body, we're moving now, we shifted, prepare for what we're going into. All right. So there you see at the bottom of your screen, support the money game. Financially support it, brothers and sisters. We're going to do like public radio here, God willing, inshallah, shortly, right? So as we have a goal, we're going to have a goal to reach certain amounts of money to justify our existence being here. We thank Closing the Gap broadcast for allowing us this platform. I'm not paying for this platform. It's not my platform, right? I came on there like the TV network. I came on their network. So I have to make sure, right, that I'm worthy to take up space, because we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of knowledgeable, talented brothers and sisters in the nation that deserve to have their own show. And there's only so much spots for prime time. Sunday, 6 p.m. being one of them. All right. So definitely contribute. You see there, Cash App, $TMG. What is it? TMG Show, The Money Game, TMG Show. Give something, brothers and sisters. Give something. Give something. The Quran talks about being niggardly. Niggardly means cheap. Cheap. Looking for something for nothing. Looking for the cheapest. Cheap. What's the cheapest? See, that thinking is contrary to playing the money game to win and dominate. It'll never happen. Ever happen. You know how long is ever? A very long time. Right? So I want to share with you, brothers and sisters, by coming on this show, bringing on guests, right? We're going to start having guests that can really help solidify the understanding of this money game. And it's the difference between, you always hear financial literacy. And there's a place now. All right. Right. Allah is all inclusive. There's a place for financial literacy. But I say in my book, on the back of the book, right, we don't need any more techniques. We don't need any more strategies. We don't need any more how-tos. There's enough how-tos out there. I touch a little bit on money like I'm talking about tonight, but the most of the book is about mindset, the mindset, right? Taking the wool off our eyes so we can see things as they are. They're not giants anymore. I see men as they are. Conquerable. Right? Conquerable. I can conquer them. I can conquer that obstacle. But I say here on the back of the book, we don't need any more technique strategies. What we need more of is requisite knowledge, not prerequisite, requisite knowledge. That's knowledge before general knowledge. And because of our sojourner and our situation here in America, brothers and sisters, we need requisite knowledge. And we in the Nation of Islam have been taught that requisite knowledge is the knowledge of self. The knowledge of self. So we look all around us. So you have financial literacy. Then I would say what we need more than financial literacy is we need financial consciousness. You're conscious, aware of your surroundings. See? Then you won't get swept up. We won't get swept up in the waves, in the currents that are intended for the masses of the people to get caught in. Like the political wave that's going on right now. All that hype. Man, that's Kool-Aid with a ton of sugar. Both sides. The whole dynamic. It's a big Kool-Aid punch. You remember growing up and you'd have that white pitcher, right, with your Kool-Aid in it. And you take the top off, twist it to close it, and twist it like this, right? Sugar settled at the bottom, but you kept stirring until it dissolved. Sugar, man, just that Kool-Aid out there. They just pouring cups and passing it out. Pouring cups and passing it out. But once you and I take on a certain mindset, we won't get caught up in the wave and we won't accept that cup of Kool-Aid. It's sweet. Oh, that Kool-Aid be sweet. It tastes good. Have you popping? Kool-Aid is good, brother. It's good. You can't don't lie to yourself. That Kool-Aid is good, but it's not good for you, all that dye and red number 5 or whatever it is, yellow number, whatever it is. Then the sugar, pure death, right? So share this stream, brothers and sisters. Share this stream. Part of winning and dominate the money game, we have to understand this. It's a team sport. It's a team. You can't, we can't do it unless we understand I'm going to need some help. So I need to share this stream, share this broadcast, and see which one of your friends surface, right? Which one of your friends surface to the top. And that's a candidate for you to consider expounding this information with. It's always better if you have the right person, the right partner, like in a marriage. The right partner means everything, makes the difference for the better. The wrong partner can make the difference for the worse. All right. So we have to understand these things. Everybody wants to just make more money. That's not the answer, brothers. It's not to win and dominate. You want trinkets and things? Then yeah, you don't need to do no more than get another degree, I guess. Right? Go get a better job, I guess. Right? Go learn about cryptocurrency, I guess. Right? My thing is real estate investing, I guess. Right? Forex trading, stock market, I guess. But those of us who are conscious and concerned and compassionate about the condition of ourselves and our people, then we know we have to. You just take a few now. We have to understand, brothers and sisters, it takes a few. It does not take a lot of people. It just takes a few of the right people to say, I'm going to win and dominate for myself, my family, and my nation. And I'm going to die on that. Or as the young folks say, and we used to play the dozens back in the day, on my mama. On my mama. All right, brothers. So share this dream. And I'm going to share so much with you. Once you get on this list right here, that's a private list. We're going to do some things that's not broadcast. It's not advertised. That's not how they play to win and dominate. It's always a sifting out process that has to take place. We say in a nation, the cream rises to the top. Well, something had to sift it out. Right? So stop drinking the Kool-Aid when it comes to money. Stop allowing the free market enterprise, the marketplace, seduce your mind. Oh, it's the latest, it's the greatest, it's 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 a month. All that is true for whoever it was true for. Right? We've been here too long, brothers and sisters, here in America, black people, black Americans, quote unquote, the so-called American Negro, as the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad referred to us as. We've been here too long to get caught up in the shiny object syndrome. I'm here to bust up this confusion. I'm here to the best of my ability to demystify, right? To help us, to give us game. To give us game, brothers and sisters, to give us game. That's what the money game to win and dominate is all about. So let's get into our topic tonight, because we want to bring on our dear brother, your courage coach, Asad Muhammad. If you have not heard this brother, then you stay tuned. The second half of this show, he's going to come on. He and I are going to have a discussion. You put your comments there on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, wherever you are, you put it down there, and we're going to go to it during the break and see what's there. See what's going on, right? So we can see what's happening, see what you're talking about. All right. So in this book, we start off talking about the 4 pillars, cornerstone pillars, the 4 pillars to winning and dominating at the money game. Number 1, we said the last broadcast, is income. And there's so much to talk about when we talk about income. We can't cover it in an hour. We can't cover it in one show, but it's designed, my book and this broadcast based on my book is designed to prick your conscience. So now it can activate something in you to as now you go on a journey of discovery. Part of winning the money game, playing the money game to win and dominate, brothers and sisters, is so we can stop depending on others to do for us. So teaches the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, do for us and get up and do something for ourselves. There's nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. There's nothing more powerful than you and I taking the initiative to go out and find things on our own and don't depend on Brother Daryl or whoever it is to find what you're looking for, find what you need. So these 4 pillars, and I talked about in the beginning of the book, so make sure you get and read it and get one for a friend, right? So it's about taking financial responsibilities, brothers and sisters. You and I have to now start or continue or take more and more and more financial responsibilities for ourselves. Don't depend on Social Security. Leave that for somebody who didn't play the money game right. Played it scared not to lose. See, that's where that phrase, scared money don't make money, come from. You can't make money being scared to release it. You can't win and dominate the money game. You won't donate to something that's feeding you. That right there is going to make you, whatever pursuit of money, short-lived, because we don't understand. We understand receiving, but that's not how flow goes. That's not how flow goes. Flow is a circle, right? It's this infinity circle. This 8 sideways. That's how that goes. You want money to come in, well, it got to go out. And you want to flow. That's why they call it cash flow. You got to understand these things, brothers and sisters. And where you sow your seed determines what kind of flow you're going to get. You looking for financial flow? You're going to have to sow financially to get that flow. Get your money in the flow. Get your money in the circulation. See, that's what we have to learn how to do. When we have the wrong kind of mindset, we're losing before we even get started. So financial responsibility, the message say full and complete freedom, full and complete financial responsibility. Don't depend on Medicaid. Don't depend on Medicare. Don't depend on Social Security. It's 401k. If you got that, that's fine because you put into that. They matched it. You put into that. But plan. I'm talking about planning, playing the game to win and dominate. That's a process. That's a journey. So you have to plan that. Okay, if I need it, I mean, if you need Social Security, don't get me wrong, take it now. Even if you don't need it, you might want to take it. Because once you learn the money game to win and dominate, you know what to do with $500. You know what to do with $1,200 a month. Or whatever your Social Security is. See? But plan not to need it, because the fact of the matter is, it may not be around anyway. So if you around here planning, depending on, I'm going to get my retirement, then I'm going to work my little part-time job, and then I'm going to get Social Security. Don't factor that in. Let that be gravy, or as they say in New Orleans, lagniappe, right? Lagniappe. Let that be extra. Let that be extra, brothers and sisters, right? So it's the mindset. So let's talk about it real quick, because I expound on pillar number 2. I expound on it later on in the book. Okay, that's why you got to get the book later on, because I hit you with the same thing from different angles. It's like a boxer, right? He might have a jab, but he gonna hit you from different angles. He have a combination, but he gonna hit you off different angles. Same punch, different angles, right? Never the same look, different angles. Okay, so pillar number 2, financial, take full responsibility, financial responsibility. Pillar number 2 is expenses. Expenses is the brother of income. They're gonna come together. You got income, you're gonna have expenses. Can't have expenses unless you have something coming in. You're consuming something to have an expense. Make sense? There's 2 types of expenses. I expounded in my book, so I won't talk about it now. Get the book. Life expenses, lifestyle expenses. Life expenses, lifestyle expenses. Not right or wrong, just 2 categories. You need to be aware of them, right? And you need to determine what they are for yourself. All right. So expenses, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing by itself. It's a bad thing when you have more month than money, as they say, right? When your expenses is higher than your income. Should never be wasteful. Don't get it twisted. Because you have more money, income than expenses, should never be wasteful. Never be wasteful. Just throw stuff away. Extra food, just throw it away, right? Just being wasteful. There's no place for that. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us a message to the black man. If we come out of this way, this death style living that America promotes, cigarettes, drinking, alcohol, partying, just wasteful. Just that's what I'm saying. See, just wasteful. If we stop those things, brothers and sisters, stop those expenses, because if we were in that lifestyle, we'll somehow find a way to spend in those areas. So now, since we don't do those things, then money should be available for us. That's why the messenger said, out of the savings from not drinking and eating 3 meals a day and eating pork, so now you got to spend money on medicine and things of that nature. Now you have money to put a nickel, I believe it was a nickel a day, a nickel towards a national bank. Your first bank is your savings account. You put it in your savings account, Then you send it to a national treasury. Make sense? Leave a comment if that makes sense. If we need to expound on that, leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, as they say. See, so we got to wrap our minds around these things, expenses. I got a program I'm coming out with called Get Your Financial House in Order. It's a personal financial program that I'm gonna put together from my knowledge and things that I have and things that I've gotten and learned over the years. It's 40 years. Did I say 40? 4 decades. I did say 40. On this journey, because I committed that I'm going to live this, I'm going to be on this journey for the rest of my life. I have money goals, but it's not to reach and stop. We're 400 years behind on this thing. If we're going to play the money game to win and dominate. But we need to get the soot out of our eyes so we can see things as they are. Then you don't fear things you shouldn't fear. Then you don't put hope in the things you shouldn't put hope into. Because your mind is clear when it comes to money. It's funny, brother. So let me tell you a story. I remember when I was a quote unquote stockbroker, now a financial advisor. And that's part of my story. It's in the book, right? Worked for 2 major Wall Street firms and all that good stuff, right? Was on the inside of Wall Street looking out. 99.9% of us on the outside looking in, if we're even looking at all, in the stock market, in the markets, financial markets. But I remember thinking to myself one day, I said, wow, Brother Daryl, look at you, man. You did that thing. You are here. You are here. How did you get here? Why are you here? Who are you here to help? Besides the obvious, yourself, customers, right? So it's these expenses. So I learned how those in the market that's winning and dying, how they look at things financially. Anything financial, they look at it with the same mind. With the same mind, brothers and sisters. With the same mind. They're not emotional. They might get emotional after the fact, after they lost all their money, or after they got a big score. But during the combat, that's not the time to get emotional. So I started thinking, I said, wow, these people around here playing this thing for keeps, man. They're not playing with this thing. Why would they continue to just accumulate more and more and more and more money? They're playing not just to win, they're playing to win and dominate. Because that's a fun game to play, right? I want to see if I can just dominate this little area. I'm going to see if I can just dominate and be the best, be a god of this. Hope I'm making sense. So expenses. There's good expenses, there's bad expenses. Always duality. So you have to look at our expenses. And no, brothers and sisters, you can only reduce expenses so low. So low. So when you reduce your expenses and cut out the waste, now you need to look at, okay, now what have I freed up financially? Because that's what you're doing, right? Expenses arrest your money. When you get rid of expenses, it frees your money. Your money has been freed up to do something else better with it, right? So you have these expensive and you reduce you can only reduce it so much. Only so much. You can't reduce what's not there. So we have to understand, you can only reduce so much. So therefore, you have to increase your income. They go together. It's always good to increase your income. I say always, yes, always. There's always exceptions, but I can't see too many bad reasons to increase your wealth unless your income, unless you're going to be more destructive with it, which is not good. But it ain't the income fault. So you can't say it's bad income. It's not good to increase your income just because the person don't know what to do with it. It's the person, is not the income. Remember I said in one of my previous episodes, brothers and sisters, you don't put a morality on money. It's not good, it's not bad. Income's not good, it's not bad. It's just what you do with it. And what does it represent? It's the representation of that expense that makes it bad. This is wasteful. I got these subscriptions that I don't even use. That's wasteful. All right, I think we back. Had a little glitch. That's what life. It's live, baby. It's live. On your journey to win and dominate the money game, always look for something not to go as planned. You don't panic. You shift, as they call you, pivot, right? That's what they call you, pivot. You pivot. Let's see if we back on YouTube. I guess we'll get back on here shortly. So, brothers and sisters, expenses. Expenses. It's a blessing, right? It's a blessing. Yeah, we are back on YouTube. So, all right. So, sorry about that interruption, brothers and sisters. Something went down with the internet. Something went down. We'll be back. You got to keep it pushing. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So, share this stream. We're wrapping up on just this little segment now. These are teasers now. These are teasers so you can come back. Teasers so you can get the book, The Money Game, right there. 2 free gifts. And support this channel. Not just this show, but this broadcast. You see there where you can subscribe and give a little bit. If you was going to give 20 to this show, give 10 and 10. Split it in half. If you was going to give 5, 250, 250. All right, we're going to have to strengthen our internet strength here, brothers and sisters. So let's move right along. The devil is a lie. That's what I say when stuff like this happens, right? The devil is a lie, right? So patience. See, these are lessons. These are life lessons that we have to learn, right? Money is part of life. So when things don't go right with you playing the money game to win and dominate, you just pivot. You don't panic, panic, you pivot. You pivot and keep it moving forward, right? As Jesus told the disciples, hurry up and brush that dust off of you and let's go to the next city. Let's keep it pushing, baby. Let's keep it going. What did you expect? You think we're going to win and dominate an environment that's not designed for us to win and dominate in? Even down to our own home environment might not be conducive for us to win and dominate. Some of us don't have the type of support we should have. But you got to keep on pushing. You got to pick up and brush off. Pick up and brush off, brothers and sisters. Right? Pick up and brush off. So expenses. You got to understand these things, right? So you can just filter it through your head and you won't get discombobulated when an unexpected bill come. You just be able to look at it and say, okay, let me see how I'm going to work this. All right, let me see how I can make this happen. But I was saying how income, it's not bad to increase your income unless the trade-off for that income, which you give up to increase your income, is not worth it, right? Some of us chase money and miss time with our family, miss key events, life events with our family because we're chasing money. That means we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong, brothers and sisters. We're doing it wrong, right? So you definitely share this dream. Now, the currency is exchange of energy. I'm gonna the courage coach, he gets more into that, mindset. See, I deal with mindset because that's really what it's about. But we could talk about money. We're gonna talk about the 4 pillars. We're gonna talk about voting. We're gonna talk about the things that are in the book. The topics of this show are gonna come out of this book. So I'm giving you a peep of what's in the book, but you got to get the book, brothers and sisters. I say in the book, and I learned over the years, there's 2 things that wise people leave their family. 2 things that wise people leave their family. Would you like to know what they are? Put down there in the chat. I would like to know what they are. 2 things that wise people leave their children. I'll wait. All right. 2 things that wise people leave their children. 1 is income producing assets. 2 is information. Empowering information. We call it books. Books. Libraries of books, of knowledge that they can pass on from generation to generation. Books. All right. So, brothers and sisters, expenses, get the book, talk about expenses so we can wrap our minds around it, so we can understand it, so we'll understand its limitations, so we can no longer prison ourselves, prison our finances because of money. Because with the right mindset, we can use money to free ourselves. Because money is all around us. You just don't see it. Money is being used to control and move things. We just don't see it because we haven't removed the film from our eyes, the veils from our eyes. So when we look at something, we can see it from a financial standpoint. Then you can see it from a spiritual standpoint. We can see it. We can look at it and say, oh, okay, I see what's going on with the politics. I see what's going on with AIPAC. Oh, I see. I see now. And I talk about it in the book. Votes put people in office. But money, pools of money, groups of money grouped together as a political organization dictates policies. and policies affects your life and my life. But we voting, thinking that's it. That's not it. We make a donation, thinking that's it. That's not it. Because there's people who understand how to play the money game, the political game to win and dominate. You can just change that from the money game, the health game, the educational game, the political game, the culture game, so black people can win and dominate. And it'll be the same concept and mindset. You dominate something to control it. You can win the NBA championship, but you ain't controlling the NBA. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, brothers and sisters. So we're excited to be back. This is episode number 6, by the way. Episode number 6. Just slow down and listen to what he ain't talked about investments, and he ain't talked about. That's not what this show's about. It's about this. We gotta get this right, brothers and sisters. Free your mind, and what? The rest will follow. You know how it goes. So the doctor doesn't give the patient what the patient wants. The doctor gives the patient what the patient needs. Too often, this world will give you what you want, knowing that you don't know what you need. Because if you and I knew what we need and we asked them, whoever them are, those that have what we need, then we can really see if they're our friend or not, if they want to help us or not, if they want to see us out of this condition. All right, brothers and sisters. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break here, a couple of minutes break, so we can regroup. Come back. You can take your water break. Go get your notepad, and we're going to come back, and we're going to bring on the Courage Coach, your Courage Coach, Asad Muhammad. We'll be right back. Right, we are back. We are back, brothers and sisters, despite of the technical difficulties. We are back. The money game so black people can win and dominate. Happy to come to you again this evening, episode number 6. I'm your host and author of this book that every black person needs on their shelf. Yeah, I said it because I wrote it, because I know what's in it. I know what it can do for you because what it has done for me and others. It's proven, it's tested, it's been battle tested. It has things in it that you wouldn't suspect would be in a money book. That's why it's not like 99.9% of any other money book that you've read out there. I guarantee you it's not like any other. So go to that website right there, themoneygamebook.com. You get 2 free gifts. One is going to be a live conversation with me and you, or you and I. So we can talk about this money game, man. So those that are serious about this life can raise their hand and be on the call, and we can continue this journey because we got a lot in store for you. I came out of retirement, so to speak, as far as retirement from broadcasting, because myself with co-host brother Abdul Qiyam, formerly brother Jesse here in Houston, we started the Black Wealth Empowerment Show. I looked it up the other day. Brother Noor is in town, and I showed his assistant how far brother Noor and I personally go back, right? Got his telephone number in my phone back, right? He was on my show, Black Wealth Empowerment, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And he's been on another show that I invited him on since then. But came out of retirement myself, right? And knowing that money is a team sport, knowing that this idea about money to win and dominate is a team sport, I went and got me another member of the team. Went and got me a brother that was with me back during the Black Wealth Empowerment days, 154 episodes. He came on after brother Qiyam left on special assignment with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He came on, and him and Sister Brandy, we rocked it. We rocked it for another 2-3 years. So when I came back, this opportunity presented to myself, I said, well, if Allah presented it to me, he must want me at least to step in it, right? Because we need this conversation. We need this type of information. So I reached back. I said, well, let me get my brother. Let me see if I can pull my brother out of retirement. So we can do this thing one more again before we officially retire. And that is no other than my brother, your brother, right? Not just, let me see, what are we doing? Not just, let me get these screens together. Not just my courage coach, but your courage coach too. All right, Coach, we've been gone a while now. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you all for watching. Man, I am your courage coach. Brother Daryl, before I even begin, I want to tell you, I'm out here on the land, and I've been, enjoying this part of the journey in the process, and these acres, and a lot of challenges, and change and transformation, paradigm shifts everywhere. And one thing it does, it allows you to the ability to slow down. And so people are like, why are you talking so slow? And I realize why people out here, people say, oh, people in the South, they so slow. It's like, no, when you get out in some of this is nature, and you slow it down a little bit. You start to learn to take it in. You notice the small things. And so thank you for the broadcast. Thank you for rebooting Black Wealth Empowerment, but in a new way and a more innovative way where we can serve people at a higher level. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am your courage coach. I've been an entrepreneur since I was that old. I think I got a paper out when I was 12 or whatever, and throwing papers. And from there, it was on. Once I realized that, wait, I can do things and get money. Hold on. This is okay. Wait a minute. This is a whole different way now. And that turned the light bulb on in my mind. And then I got a chance to watch my mother make moves and make no excuses by going to work, working diligently, swing shift, morning shift, graveyard shifts, double shifts, all that, and never made no excuses for not getting it done. Lost it, got it back, and kept moving. And so, have an example like my mother show what some people say a hustler looks like. That was so beneficial to me because I learned not to make excuses. I learned you can get it. There's nothing that you can't do, right? And so I became an entrepreneur, and I've worked for different companies or with different companies over my lifetime as well, as a strategy to move my life forward. And at some point, we'll have a broadcast. We'll go into that to give you some of those strategies. No, matter of fact, no, I won't. You know what we'll do, Brother Daryl? That'll be something we add to the coaching program because I want to walk people through some of the strategies I use to advance myself from what was $14 an hour back in the day to multiple six-figure income earning in a short span of time, and did it with style. And people wonder how, but there's a system. There's a system. Now, tonight's broadcast, we are talking about expenses. Now, Brother Daryl, one thing, and you all who are watching, one thing I absolutely love to do, I love to get into the depth of language. Words matter to me. They absolutely matter. And so when Brother Daryl said expenses, that's the second step, the second pillar, the second foundational stone to the money game, if you will. And I said, oh, that's beautiful. So let me get into that. I said, well, what is expenses? I said, well, where does that word come from? So let me go deep. And expenses come from actually expend. That's the actual base word is expend. But I said, let's not stop there. And I don't want to just give you a definition according to the Webster and them people right now. Let's go to the root of where the word comes from. It actually has a Latin root, and it's a compound word. And if you ain't familiar with that, I ain't going to go into what it is, but it's two words put together. All right. So compound word, ex, meaning out, and pendere, right? Pendere, meaning to weigh or to pay. So it's to pay out. To expend is to pay out or to weigh out. Watch this. Now, some of you might have gone to church, been to a church, heard about church, got a Bible at some point. It says, as you sow, the same shall you also reap. This is a concept. This is a strategy. This is a mathematical phenomena that actually works all over the universe. As you sow, the same shall you also reap. There's also something in the Bible where it says, whatever you will that a man should do to you, do also to them. Wait. Mama and them say, right? This mama and them. Now, you might not be up on mama and them now because you might be deep in the Bible, but may not be deep on mama and them. Mama say, you get it like you give it. See, whatever you want, you got to be willing to give. You got to be able to expend. You got to be able to see, X is out. Pendere is to spend or to give or to weigh. So weigh out or pay out. You have to be able to pay out something. I have to be paying out something. So it's like this. In order to get a paycheck, right? You want a paycheck or income, right? You want some income. You have to expend expenses. You have to pay out or weigh out something. Time, knowledge, effort. You give the company time, knowledge, and effort in exchange for income. No payout, no income. See, when we think expenses, a lot of times we only think about, what I gotta pay, them bills. I gotta pay, I got these expenses. I got my mortgage and my rent. I got the car note. I got these crazy kids. They always want something. I got to do this. I got to get my hair done. I got to get the nails did. I need to do that. I got to do all these expenses, right? Out, go. But what about your time? That gets a return too. What about your knowledge base? You gotta pay something. Yes, I'm talking about also you gotta give some of these up too now, because that's how the universe is set up. Whatever a man sows, and that means men and women, the same shall you also reap. In a very simple way, because I'm here on the land, if I plant corn, guess what I'll get back? Corn. As you sow, the same shall you also reap. But also in the Bible, it talks about that if you do it a certain way, right, the way the universe is set up, that when I expend a certain amount of energy and knowledge and effort, that I can get a 10 and 100-fold return on my expenditure, on my investment. Oh, okay, wait. Some of y'all saying, I'm not following, Coach. Where you going with this? You can't be niggardly. You can't withhold and think you're going to receive. You can't hold back. You can't kind of slack up. You can't just kind of lay in the cut, kick it a chill and think things are going to happen for you. I know a lot of you on this broadcast, those of you watching, say, I want to win and dominate in the money game. I love this. I got Brother Daryl's book. I'm tapped in. I want to win and dominate. But I don't want you to be another book buyer. He's not telling you this because he wants you to be a book buyer. I mean, that's one part of it. Yeah, buy the book, definitely. But not for the sake of just buying another book so it sits on the shelf. You say, yeah, I got that book. But you never actually invest, right? Expend some time, some effort, some energy in learning and extracting what's in the book, putting it in the fertile mind you have so you can actually get a harvest, get a return. We want you to actually practically apply this information. So yes, expenses or expending is a critical component to winning and dominating in the money game. Okay, you say, well, how is that so? Give me an example of that. I'm glad you asked for that example, right? Say you want to get say a certain amount, maybe say $50,000. I need $50,000 by the end of the year. Now you can sit at home and wait for a mystery God to just send 50,000. Say, okay, it's gonna come in a check. That's some hopeful, wishful thinking. It's gonna come in the mailbox, check for 50,000. It's gonna be for me, free and clear, and I'm just gonna deposit it, and everything's wonderful. You could believe that or think that if you like, but you know that's not how the universe is set up. You know that's not how life works. You got to do something. You have to do something. So here's what you do. You say, well, I need 50,000. So let's break this down. Well, how much is that per month? You say, okay, you do the numbers. You say, well, how much is that per week? And you do the numbers. You say, how much is that per day? And you do the numbers. You say, now, once I got the lowest common denominator of how much per hour I need to earn in order to reach my goal of $50,000 by the end of the year, all things being equal in the world, right? Making some adjustments for holidays and breaks, right? Kick it time and chill. I get that. And you say, this is my number. This is my number. Now, what are my expenses to get to this number? If the number's $70 a day, you say, well, what do I have to expend to get to $70 a day? He said, well, right now I'm watching some streaming platforms. I'm watching shows and I'm enjoying that. That's woo, I love them Olympics. And man, you see that Sha'Carri, she ran, boy, she looked over, man, woo, that was wonderful. And I watched the break dance. Woo, that was crazy, man. They should have had it. And you're doing all that. You're expending something. You're spending time, energy, life moments. For what return, though? Is that going to get you closer to the 50? No. Okay. So what are my expenses for this? We say, well, I'm going to have to cut out some things. I'm going to have to cut some things out. I'm going to have to manage my time better. I'm going to have to make sure I focus on certain things. I'm going to have to expend or expense my time differently. And then I may have to learn some things. Well, shoot, right now I don't have a product, I don't have an idea, I don't have a strategy or nothing right now that I can use to get this $70 a day I need. So what do I got? I got to learn something. So now I got to spend more time, and I'm going to spend some money, some resources to get a book like The Money Game and get another book or get this kind of book on the thing I want to learn, and then meet some people and shake some hands and call some place. There's an expense, brothers and sisters. Don't ever in your life think you're going to get away doing absolutely nothing and thinking something's going to come or change for you. That's not how the money game works. I get to win and dominate in the money game. I've gotten, by the grace of Allah, to the ability to do that because I learned certain strategies and I took action on those strategies early enough in my life. I test them, retest them, tweak them, retest, tweak again, scrap some stuff, pick up a new strategy, throw that in, try to assemble it with some other. It never stops. It's an everyday process. Always got the brain turning, always learning new things. I learned some new stuff today. I was on YouTube University just going in. Like, oh, okay, I know how to do that now. Like Neo in the Matrix, just jack me in. Like, I know Kung Fu. Just like that. Because I'm trying to constantly stay in the mode of winning and dominating. So I know that I have to expend expenses. I have to expend some of my time, some of my energy and effort to get where I want to go. So if you want to win and dominate the money game, we want you to do this. Now, this is something this is for you. This is not for us. Brother Daryl and I get to enjoy the life and lifestyle and do the things we've done in our life, and we smile and we get on here and say these things. We get to do, but we don't want to be here like this on our own. This is not fun for me to just say, "Oh, look at me! I'm so amazing! I get to fly first class, and I pretty much been able to do whatever I want for the last 20 years. I come and go as I please, and I don't have no boss but me, and I do what I want." Right? That's cool, but I want friends. I need more people I can reach out to and say, "What's going on?" I said, "Man, but today I'm doing nothing." Like, that's what I'm talking about. "Oh man, we doing this with the fam. We gonna do this. We gonna take off here and go do that." Woo woo. I'm like, I love that kind of freedom. I want more and more of us to be able to have the freedom to do the things we want with who we want and not worry about how much it costs. So the first step in this is getting the Money Game book. Second step, reading it, taking notes, reaching out to Brother Daryl to say for something you just don't quite understand and just to get a quick tip. That's not full coaching. Just want a quick tip on something. Say, let me just ask that and see if he'll answer that. I think I just need to go and get in the coaching program because I need more. And let us walk you through that. So expenses are a necessary component to winning and dominating in the money game. And if you think otherwise, welcome to Brokeville. Congratulations on being poor. And I hope your struggle ain't too long because the grave is coming eventually, so it won't be forever. I am formerly Rodney Assad Muhammad, now Sadallah Ansar El Muhammad, your courage coach. This is the money game, y'all. Who's win and dominate?
That's right. That's right. Thank you, brother courage coach. Thank you, brothers, sisters. We got everything you need right here to get you from where you are to where you need to be. It's always the next level. It's always trying to get to the next level. And there's more of us are at the level that you need our help at. We're at the level that you need for us to assist you at. You're at that level, because if you don't have these pieces that we're sharing with you, all of the pieces, the majority of the pieces, then you need our help. But we only helping those that want help. We're only helping those that's going to raise their hand and say, I relinquish. I'm not going to fight. I trust you. Right? Because you got to trust your teachers. You got to trust your leaders. I trust you to guide me. That's what you find out when you buy individuals' books, right? It's not just the context. And we're going to cover this on our private calls, right? But you got to understand, it's not just the information. You got to resonate with that person. You want to resonate, meaning your spirit resonates, connects, relates with their spirit that's coming off the words that they use. Words have power. Coach covered that just by giving the definition at first. And he can go as deep as you want to go. Put on your oxygen mask. Put on your scuba mask. We can go there, right? And we are going to go there. But only if you raise your hand and you say, hey, I'm in. I'm not going to buck it. I'm not going to fight it. I trust you all to take me to the next level, because no one group or one person can take you all the way to where you want to go unless you don't want to go that far. There's not a bus in your city that can take you from one side of the town to the other without transferring. If they do, very few. And if one bus will take you to your destination, you're probably not going that far. But the further you're going, the more you have to transfer to different buses, right? And that's how it is when you have a coach, right? You have a coach. They're going to take you to a certain level. And depending on how far you want to go, that might be your destination. If not, you get off that bus with your transfer in your hand. You wait for the next bus, right? And then you get on that bus and continue your journey. That's how that works, brothers and sisters. So what we've done, I reached out to Courage Coach, said, all right, Coach, we got to do something different than what we did last time. We got to take it to the next level. We stopped broadcasting probably about 3 years ago. He's grown, I've grown, different points in our lives, right? Different points in our nation life, right? We want to, put a couple of more notches on our belt for our nation and our people. So we said we're going to come out with a coaching program, a live coaching program, right? The most valuable thing you have, brothers and sisters, is your time, your personal time, right? So if you're interested in this coaching program, then you go to that website there on the screen. You fill out that form. And once we get to a certain number of people, so help, right? You have friends, right? You have something in common. See if this is something that you all have in common. If so, if not, then okay, when it comes to money or something like this, that's not who I call for that. Don't get rid of your friends. That's just not who I thought maybe since we cool over here, right? Maybe we might can be cool and do this together over here too. Nah, man, what's that about? And okay, I'll find out, right? And then you find somebody else because it's a team sport. Why not put together your team now? Why not go through? It's a process. See, this is what's going to help coach you all through, brothers and sisters. Things don't happen when you're ready for it to happen. So when I'm ready, I'm going to find a coach, and then this going to happen. In 6 months, I'm going to make this amount of money. And then 6 months after that, oh, yeah. And then what happened like tonight when you have technical difficulties? When life throws you a curve and you swing at the curve and you miss. Is that strike one, strike two, or strike three? Which one is it? See what I'm saying? So, brothers and sisters, we know. See, that's the thing. And the coach and I are going to go, we're going to have once we reach our 25, 30 people who sign up, we're going to have a free call. Onboarding call. That's what we call it. Onboarding. Get you on board. Find out who wants to get all on board. Right? And that's when we're going to really break this thing down for you. Because the coach can tell you the thing that really separates those that win and dominate and expand very quickly, they have a coach at some point in their life. They have a coach. You trying to do it by yourself, you're wasting time. And time is money, and time is life, which is more important than money. See, these are the hacks, not hacks and strategy, hacks and techniques. No, hacks and technology, although, yeah, that's good. But the main hack is the hack in the area of human resources. Hacking coaches. Coaches, you get you some coaches, different from mentors, and we're going to break all that down for you. Mentor, mentor, mentor. Remember, what this world tells you, we need a requisite knowledge. We need something before what they talking about. in 99.9% of the cases, whatever they talk about, we're not at that level yet. So we need something prior to that. So when we can come back to that general information and maximize, because everything that we wrap our hands around, we blow up to a whole nother level. Look at the Olympics, whole nother level. Biles around here wrapped up like she hurt. One leg killing the game. So that's what I say. That's what we're trying to get you to understand, brothers and sisters. What we do in sports and music, we can do when it comes to this money game. Biles, you don't think Biles got a coach? We're going to demystify this thing about coaches and mentors. You want a coach. If I had to choose between coach and a mentor, to be a coach. You know why? Because coach is somebody that's there. This is personal involvement, is personal communication, it's customizing it for you, it's responding to what you need. And the interesting thing about a coach, a courage coach, the best football college coaches ain't never played at that level, ain't never played at the pro level. You got bodybuilder, fitness coaches, ain't never been competitive fitness participant. See what I'm saying? So all that, only listen to people who've been where you want to go. See, you're getting caught up in these things that don't apply to you, don't apply to us as Black people, because we ain't got access to mentors like that. Ooh, that's what I'm saying. We gonna help you to demystify these things that slow you down and get you confused and frustrated. I can't find no mentor. No, not if you're in the Black community. They far and few in between. But you can find a coach.
And let me add something to that about my brother. Boy, you're starting to open up something here now. And I'll tell you this is a lot of times, the coach is going to push you when you don't want to be pushed. A coach is going to encourage you when you don't want to be encouraged. See, when I decided I wanted to enhance my fitness, now, I've been a martial artist, you may not know that, but I'm telling y'all now, I've been a martial artist since I was 10 years old. I'm 55 3/4 now, right? And so for that much time in between, I've been a martial artist, learned 2 different systems of martial arts, right? Taekwondo under Grandmaster Percy Woods, and then Kempo under Grandmaster Sijo Sabira Steve Muhammad, right? And so I have first dan black belt in Taekwondo and a 5th dan black belt in Kempo. And so a lot of working out, a lot of training, and kicking and punching and push-ups and all these things, right? And so, but I realized that when I wanted to enhance my fitness, I said, you know what, I want to start working out. And I was just going to go and get a gym membership like most people do. You get a gym membership at one of the places, you pay the little fee, and you go down there when you feel like it. And I said, well, coach, what's going to happen. The first day you don't feel like it, you're going to not feel like it. And then you're going to talk yourself out of it, use some deceptive intelligence. You're going to rationalize disobedience to your word, which was to work out regularly. And then you're going to be at the house and you're going to make it fair seeming. It's going to be all right because I can make it up and I can just do this next time. And you're going to do all that trickery. And then next thing you know, you're paying for it, but you're not going because something else came up and something else came up. So I said, let me get a fitness coach. So I looked around, I found a dude, and something about his profile and his picture, I said, I resonate with this guy. And I went and met him. And I said, I really like this guy. And he was like almost the same age as my oldest son, right? And I was like, I like this guy. He's got good energy. He's inspiring, but he was no nonsense. Shout out to Rob Brown, the homie. And so I paid him a lot of money for personal fitness coaching. And the great thing about it, though, Brother Dale, and everybody watching, is that for the days I didn't feel like it, because I'm paying them in advance, I felt like it. And then when I got there and I didn't feel like it, he didn't feel nothing about me not feeling like it. He felt like, you paying me, I'm the professional, I'm your coach, I need more reps. Give me 1 more, give me 2 more, give me 5 more. Let's drop that weight. Give me 8 more. Like, what are you doing? You trying to kill me, man. And then after it's done, he said, how you feel? I said, I hate you, but I love you. I hate you, but I love you. I can't stand you, but thank you. Every time. Because I knew that had I just got a membership myself and went to some gym, when a moment like that kicked in, I was going to rationalize not doing more, no more 3, no more 2, not drop the weight, keep going. None of that. I wouldn't have did none of that. I'm like, I'm getting a good burn. Okay, I'm done. That was a good workout today. No, no, no. You get a coach. I'm smart enough, thank Allah, to know that I have limitations within my own self, that if it's left up to me, I'll stop when I feel like it because I run mine. That's when you need somebody over you, somebody coaching you to say, yeah, but this is my show and you own this team, so you're going to keep going. Ouch. That's why some people won't get a coach, because you don't want to be accountable. But for those of you that watching this broadcast, those of you that are part of this network, you say, man, I'm different. I'm tapping into this kind of information because I'm different. I'm wired different. I live different. I want different. So I'm tapping into the money game and I'm ready to get a coach. I'm ready for coaching. I'm ready for that. And so, brother, they always say, we're taking the if off. People that watch these kinds of broadcasts are beyond the if stage. I'm asking you, why haven't you? What are you doing? Why do you want your life to continue on the road it's on? I can walk you through all my brother. I'm telling you, brother, I can walk you through coaches in my life, mentors and coaches from the time I was about 3 years old up. I can give you names, dates, locations of all these people that were instrumental in my development, what they gave me, what they taught, what I learned, and how I utilized it and how it turned out. I can walk you through it because I have a series of coaches and people in my life that positively impacted me and pushed me when I didn't want to be pushed. Thank Allah. It's kind of like a good mama do. They tell you to go to bed when you don't want to go to bed because they know good rest is good for you. Thank you, mama coaches. And back to you, brother Daryl.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother Courage Coach. Yeah, brother. Says I want to talk to those who never had a financial coach, a money coach ever before. Brothers and sisters, like they say in Wizard of Oz, right? Just put one foot in front of the other. That's the only way you're going to get where you got to go. That's what Brother Rodney Assad has done. That's what I've done and continue to do, right? So the sooner you can start this journey with a coach, the better, brothers and sisters, the better. The sooner, the better. What are you waiting on? Just make up in your mind. See, it all starts with a decision. Either you do or you don't. It's really binary. Yes or no, up or down, hot or cold. Either do or you don't. And either way, it's okay because it's your life. Right? But if it's not okay, then you have no choice. You have to get involved. You have to take that step. So if you never, ever had a money coach before, most of us haven't, then I'm talking to you. Write down that website, bit.ly/TMG coach. TMG stands for the money game. TMG coach, brothers and sisters. Don't deprive yourself of opportunity. Coach can tell you, he can get into the metaphysics and law of attraction and vibration and energy, and we're going to do all of that, but that ain't for right now. We're not going to give you the whole sink and hope that, you see the value. You got to see the value in what we're sharing with you. And if you do, then you're the one. If you do, then you're the one. Right? You're the one that should sign up for everything we put on the screen. Give money to the program here. Give money to CNG here, right? And get on the coaching program. Make sure you sign up for the 2 free gifts. Go all in. Go all in, brother. So we ain't actually, you know what I'm saying? Go all in. Have we reached the threshold of pain already for you? I hope not. If not, even more so, you need coaching. If you reach the pain of contributing, making a donation to the Money Game Show, making a donation to Closing the Gap, then get that free gift for going to themoneygamebook.com and get on that and register. And if you have a wife or a husband, they need to be there. Because one can't develop without the other. If you do, then you're on your way to dissatisfaction. I can guarantee you that. So if you want your marriage to grow and prosper, then you got to do these type of things together. You have to do these because you know, we've always heard what's the number one reason for divorce is money. Well, that's the easy answer. It's a relationship problem. It's your relationship with money. See, we're going to help you with this coaching program. We're going to help you just demystify so you don't get caught up in waste your time and waste your money being seduced by these marketers. And I'm a marketer. Seduced by these marketers. Because you'll be just wasting your time. By the time Coach and I show up, then you all burnt out and you tired. You done spend $5,000 over here, $3,000 over here. Nah, I'm not doing it. I ain't visiting them. That because you didn't get involved with something earlier that could have saved you those pains. And if you haven't done that, then once again, you need to join us for this coaching program. It's not gonna be long now. We you know what I'm saying? We Coach and I already said at the very beginning, we're gonna have if the market demands it, we're gonna deliver. If the market don't demand it, then it's okay either way now. It's all right with us. Right? And then even at that, it's gonna be for 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is, and that's gonna be it. Right? But we're gonna have different levels, brothers and sisters. Different levels. Organic growth. That's why you have to share the stream. Organic growth. That's why you go to the website. So now you get on my list, on our list. Now we can reach out to you directly. Now we can say, okay, since you raised your hand, here we got something else for you. You raise your hand for that, then we got something else for you. And then we're going to get to live events. Well, we're not just going to jump from here to live events and don't nobody show up when they won't show up for something free that they can watch in the convenience of their home and then go to a website. That's not intelligent. Coach and I have been doing this too long to be making those kind of, we're not going to make those kind of mistakes. So we can help you. You can learn from our experiences and what we've learned from other people's experiences. So get on that coaching program, brothers, and share some people. Brothers and sisters, you in the mosque, we're the vanguards. We the one that's supposed to be leading the world. They don't have the supreme wisdom we got. We supposed to be leading our people. What you waiting on? You see, brother, the Courage Coach and I, we doing our part, and we come hard every time we come on this, and we deliver. But you got to do your part, brothers and sisters. You have no choice. Everybody else doing theirs. You can just watch and see. Palestinian Americans, shoot, they holding theirs down. You think this thing is a wash for Kamala? Wait till she try to go into Michigan. Right? Michigan, we got the largest Muslim community out there. Right? And then Chicago got the largest Palestinian American community in the country. And they about to have their DNC there next week. That's what I'm saying. Oh, this thing about to get good. So that's what I say. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Got a lot of sugar and it got dye and it's going to kill you. Put the cup down. And as coaches, we're going to help you to put the cup down and never pick it up again. Right, brothers and sisters? So we just want to encourage you because time is of essence, as the old folks say. And time runs out for everybody. Coach mentioned that earlier. Time runs out. So don't just let it continue to just tick away and you a bystander, right? Yeah, the only time you get involved is when circumstances push you out there. Go ahead, Coach.
And another thing, brothers and sisters, don't you get to a point where you get tired of just hand clapping everybody else, pom-pomming and cheerleading other people? Yes, I enjoy watching Zakaria and Noah and Win and Simone and I love it. I love winners. Y'all heard me say that a bunch of times. I love winners. But I love winners as a winner. Whole different psychology there. I'm not loving winners because I'm hoping, oh, one day I hope I win too. No, 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 no. I love winners because I'm a winner. I win all the time. All the time. And so I want you to move out of the pom-pom cheerleading phase of your development and get in the game yourself. We don't want you to just clap. Oh, you get to fly first class. Oh, clap. Ooh, so-and-so really doing it. I want you to feel some kind of way about that. I don't want you to say so-and-so doing it. I want to say, man, so-and-so doing it too. Oh, they doing it too. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that you're doing that. That's hot because I'm doing my thing. And matter of fact, I see some way where we can link up and make it a us thing and do some other things. But don't you want to win as well? See, so many people, brother Daryl, just cool with. They say that they cool with sitting on the sidelines, pom-pomming and cheerleading other people. And they think somewhere in their mind, the psychology of, we're going to get into this when we get into the coaching, the psychology is that they are winning by like osmosis, like by association of hand clap. Like if I say, that's right, brother minister, that means it's applied in my life and it's locked in and I'm going to go forward and implement. That's what some people's psychology, they think that if I say that's right and go ahead, teach. Or, man, brother, you really doing it. Let me dap you up. That somehow is going to be a transference of lifestyle and results because we do that. No. That is not how it works. You can't clap the minister up enough for your life to change. In order for things to change, you have to change. That's why I love it when the minister, and I know it's hard for him over the years, he said, I don't want your applause. I want you to think. Oh. And I felt every time he do that, I felt, because I'm like I'm low-key trying not to go off on the people around doing all that and all that. I'm like, shut up.
Listen.
Let me lock in on this because I don't want to hear nothing. I don't need this right now. I want to grasp what he just said. I need to internalize that so I can implement this in my life. I don't need the distraction of all this. Sometimes I wish they could have an AI where you can turn all the hand claps off and just hear the purity of the lecture. Ooh, I think that's coming. You got it in your earbuds. But the reason why I'm saying that, brothers and sisters, don't trick yourself into thinking that you can hand clap. That's right. Show enough. Go ahead, brother, sister. That's right, king. Go ahead, queen. And think that's going to transfer into your life. They winning because as a strategy, the best thing you could do is say, excuse me, brother, sister. I love those results you're getting. If you could give me 1 or 2 tips on things that I could do to just start the process to get to those results, what would they be? That'd be the best thing you could do. Or say, hey, I like the outcomes you're getting. Can you walk me through? You want to walk? What would I have to pay you or do in order for you to walk me through some steps that I might be able to get that like the Jesus character in the Bible said that where I am, you may be also. That kind of stuff. So go ahead, brother. I had to get in there on that one.
Oh, yeah. See, brother says this is what you're going to get. Some of what you're going to get. Right? Might be on this coaching program. Man, it's going to be powerful. Brother says, bring somebody. Get somebody. Start sifting people. Man, they got this, brother, Courage Coach and brother Daryl who wrote this book, The Money Game. Man, did you get the book? Oh, man, you got to get the book. So we about to do this thing, man. They even figured it out. Not how to make money, but have $1 million. You can't make $1 million unless you have $1 million mindset. $1 million mindset. $1 million rationale process. How do you process information? How do you process opportunity? How do you process? And if your mind is messed up, you're gonna process it wrong. If Islam is mathematics is Islam, can be proven in no limit of time. Learn how to use it and sit yourself in heaven at once. This is the greatest desire for your brother and friend. But our math got to be right. Coach covered that earlier. He did the math. See, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. Our enemy makes it seem difficult. And it is difficult because our minds is messed up. Because there's so much falsehood in our brains. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said our brains were made to think right. And when a lie hits, it's like you sanding across the grains, across the grains, not with the grains of wood, but across. That's how you get splinters, and that's how you get the rough edges, and it don't look good. It don't give you the result you want. You want a nice smooth plane, so then you can come behind it and stain it, and then come behind it and slack it up, put some glaze on it. Oh, now that floor look good. Oh, that chair looks good. But you go against the grain and then try to put some stain on it, and then try to put some, and then sit on it and then pulling on, catching people clothes and scratching their leg. No, that's, who did this chair? See, so we gotta get this falsehood out. This falsehood about money, this falsehood about freedom, this falsehood about empowerment, the things that we gotta peel away first. Like Jesus, get that stuff out your eyes, man. We trying to look through all the falsities and all looking through Willie Lynch, and you ain't gonna be able to see clearly. So we, through this coaching program, we're gonna strip it all away and just tell you what it is. And as our minister say, you can take it or let it alone. See, that's a coach. Take it or let it alone. But he ain't gonna deviate off of it. He ain't gonna change because you won't give some pushback. Change because it hit an engram, and then here you go, you hollering and screaming. Coach don't budge. Coach don't budge. He'll fire you. I don't want you as a client no more. I'm paying you. I don't want your money.
In a minute.
It's easier folks that I can train than you. That'll probably pay more. You taking up space with your bad attitude.
That's right. That's right. Let me say, Brother Durr, you touched something that, when I met Brother Steve Cijo Sabir, and I moved to LA, and coming into the Nation of Islam, and I had already been trained by Grandmaster Percy Woods in Taekwondo, and I was a tournament fighter, so I used to get my scrapums on, right? And I like chucking them, and so we got some tournament wins and all this stuff. But the one time I got beat by this young black brother that was, man, he was fast. I had some signature moves that was always my go-tos, guaranteed to give me the points. It was on. This dude came with something next level. I was 1, 2, 3 out. It match didn't last no time. I was so distraught. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I think 16, 17 at the time. And I'm like, what in the world just happened? Right. Fast forward, several years. I'm 21 years old, so 22, meeting Brother Cijo Sabir and the BKF. And I realized what that young man was. He was a BKF fighter. That's why he was so fast and so good. Right. And so, but the problem I initially had when I came to working out and being trained by Brother Cijo Sabir is I had to unlearn what I had learned, because Taekwondo is a very rigid system, very rigid. A lot of kicks and high kicks and spinny kicks and jump kicks and stuff like that. And so coming to the BKF, we had some kicks, but they were short, they were crisp, right? The angles were different. The circular movements, the strikes was heavy. The hand speed was epic. What the Chinese said, the fastest hands of anybody. This is in a book. I got the Black Belt magazine where they said it. He had the fastest hands of anybody they've ever seen. This is the man I'm being trained by. And so I had to unlearn. So it was frustrating initially. And sometimes he'll come over and he'll hit your hand. What are you doing? Like, sir? He was like, get the horse. He'd punch you in the stomach a couple times, but get in position. Be like, man, but you submit. I want to be that fast fighter that beat me. I want to be that guy. And if this the guy who taught those guys, who these world champions came through, whatever it is, I'm going to submit to it because I need to learn this. I need to get better. I want to be fast. I want to be crisp. I want to win. So in order for me to do that, I knew he had to strip away a lot of the things I had learned that were no longer mathematical. They weren't mathematical fighting moves. So what I did, I took some of the things from Taekwondo that were good and mathematical, and then I got also what Brother Sijo Sabir, Steve Muhammad, taught us, which was mathematical fighting, the science of warfare, right? Physical warfare, and incorporate that to where now, okay, here we go. So it is with coaching. Some of this stuff we're going to have to strip away, and you got to be okay with the strip away. You're going to give us, before we even coach anybody, you're going to give us full permission to coach you. You're going to be, all this stuff going to be signed and everything. So you said, that way ain't no, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And I didn't know he was going to challenge me. I had a young brother that he was, he's trying to get some things going in his life. And I had asked him questions and we were supposed to do a call. And he never called me. And I was like, huh. And I'm not going to say nothing else about it. Because I hit him up, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, and I was blessing him for free. And I hit him, and I'm like, okay. And then we made arrangements to talk. I was like, what's up? And this, that, and then he just act like you never said it before. And I was gonna circle back, but I said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna circle back. He deserves to be exactly where he is, going through exactly what he's going through, so he can get the exact results he needs. Because just like the dog on the nail, if you ain't never heard the story, we'll go into it at some point. It don't hurt him bad enough. That's why he won't get up off the nail. So sometimes we're going to let you hurt. This is what some of this is about. Some of you right now are watching you hurting right now. It's okay. You keep hurting. My life is amazing. My life is amazing. And so if you want to hurt, by all means, I'm not saying you have to, but if that's what you want to do, I'm all for it. But if you want to get up off the nail, you want to eliminate the pain in your life, you want to stop all the suffering and the moaning and the this and the that, and drinking all the Kool-Aid because you're getting sugar diabetes and high blood, hypertension, all this stuff. You're about to stroke out in your life because you consuming all the wrong foods mentally, emotionally, spiritually. All this stuff is just going crazy. Come get with the coaching. And let us show you and walk you through this. Let us strip away a lot of the erroneous thoughts and things you got going on and build you up with the right things that's right in alignment with who and what you are, your unique personality. We're going to tailor it to you. So this is not a cookie cutter approach. Everybody I've coached, I tailor the coaching specifically to them and their unique life events. All right? But I don't take it personal because I care, but I don't care. All right, Brother Darrell, back to you.
Yeah, look at this opportunity, brothers and sisters, of coaching as a gateway. Gateway. You're gonna have several gateways. Look at this as a gateway, a portal, right? To expansion, a portal. You gotta go through a narrow area so you can expand on the other end, right? So it's going to be very intentional. We're going to talk about intentions. See, because there's laws of the universe that we either employing by default, not knowing what we're doing, right? Or we're not doing them at all. So we're going to help you every step of the way. We're going to help you help yourself. We're going to qualify you. We're going to have application. We're going to have questions that we send to. We're going to select who's going to be a part of this coaching program. Right? Relationships are both ways now. If you got a relationship that's one way and not the other, then you really got to really look at that. Who's serving who? Who's benefiting who? Right? So it got to be a mutual agreement in this coaching program. Because it's all about success. We ain't doing this just, make a few dollars. Man, please. See, I start laughing. Man, please. Me and Coach know so many ways of making, but he got a book, I got a book, and we just push that as hard as we can, right? He done wrote his book. How long ago you wrote your book, Coach?
Man, my first book I wrote, maybe 15 years ago? It might have been about 15 years ago I wrote my first book. Uh-huh.
And this is my first book. I wrote it last November. See, so we around here, delivering to our community, to our people, what we know that you need, not what you want. We know that you need, right? So my point is, we can be pushing our books. We can be like these musicians, Atlantic Starr still performing off them songs they wrote 20 years ago, right? Still making money. See, the coach could be pushing his first, second, third book. He can package that and put all kind of audio programs on it and turn that into a program. But that's just for him. Yeah, they'll get the benefit of reading books. But we know because see, the book is always the entry level, brothers. That's always the beginning level. You ain't done, like Coach said, you done something, but not really that much. Even if you bought it and you read it and you tore it from cover to cover. That's good. You got the most out of the book. But that ain't all there is. And you don't go we just stay in this, Coach, we just stay in this realm of books. Then we never go into a live event. You go, some people addicted to the live events for the excitement. And this is for the social part of it. When it's time to leave and do the work, you don't do it. Right? A lot of gurus got smart in offering coaching at those live events because they want results. They want social proof. New social proof. Anthony Robbins always wanted new social proofs. He tired using one of the Venus girls, one of the Williams girls. He wants some new people, wants some common people. Because see, you look at that and say, oh, that's Serena. Or whichever Venus or Williams sister that's, oh, that's them. That's them. And that's true. They already had the discipline that they needed. They already understand commitment. They already understand sacrifice because they're already a top athlete. Right? But the proof is when you take somebody who doesn't have that in their history. They never had that level of discipline, that level of sacrifice, that level of commitment. Right? That's when you really see how good the coach is, how good the material that the coach is using, the tools he's using, the knowledge, whatever he or she is using to help you. And we're confident about our stuff. We just don't know about you. You the questionable factor in this equation. Trust and believe. It's not us. Right? So, brothers and sisters, if you never had a coach before, and most of us never have, here's your opportunity. If you pass this by, then Allah God is not obligated to send you another one. Because he sent you one and you turned it down. He's not obligated to send you another. He might out of his mercy, but I never bet against God. Never bet against God. So hit that link, brothers and sisters, as we conclude. We have some final words from our courage coach to leave you with. We'll be back, God willing, inshallah, the fourth Sunday of the month. But if you get on that list right there, the moneygamebook.com, see, you don't prison yourself to the next show and the next show. At some point in time, you got to take control. You determine what it's going to be for your life and when it's going to be in your life. And then once you get to that level, once you get to that understanding, you got to understand it first. Because all the knowledge is good, wisdom is good, but all these things get ye understanding. That's the ultimate. So knowledge, okay. You wise, all right. But not that understanding, that's what a coach will help you do. Courage Coach, what you got for me? We can close out on this.
Yes, sir. One of those things which says, with all that get understanding, right? I'm reminded when you said that of our supreme wisdom, for those of you who are registered members of the Nation of Islam in the West, And when it talks about Islam being mathematics and mathematics being Islam, and it stands true, and you can prove it in no limit of time. But there's a component to that some people miss. It says, then you must learn to use it to secure benefit for yourself while you are living. That is luxury, money, good homes, friendship, and all walks of life. Sit yourself in heaven at once. That's the greatest desire of your brother and teachers. Now, then you must learn to use it. It was always that transitory moment. I always honed in on, I always loved that part. Not the people focus on the luxury, money, good home, friendship, all walks of life part. That's cool. I honed in on the then you must like learn to use it part, right? That learn to use it part is so critical, brothers and sisters. If you can take all that information you've gotten in your life, things you're hearing on the broadcast, the things you'll get in the coaching program, and then learn to use it, then you can secure benefit for yourself while you are living. Right? So people say, oh, the promise of math, it's promise, it's promise, it's promise. There ain't no promise. It's a mathematical equation. That's not a promise. Yeah, I promise that if you work it right, you're going to get the right answer. That's the promise, but not no promise as in, I'm going to give this to you just cause. That if you're erroneously thinking that, you've been walking your life in disillusionment, and you're not getting the results. I can't wait till we get that luxury money good, what he promised us. No, he didn't promise you nothing. He said, if you work this mathematical equation out, that Islam is mathematics. Let me say this. I want to say this last point, Brother Dale, because this is just so critical for the registered members, definitely. And for those of you that are not, you still benefiting from this wisdom, right? That, prior to, and shout out to Tracy Muhammad, like prior to Master Fard Muhammad coming and making himself known in 1930, I did the research. There actually had not been any agreed upon definition of mathematics. It's actually a concept. It's always been a concept. It's not numbers. People think mathematics is numbers. No. If you go back, there was actually no agreed upon or no definition for mathematics. I said, you got to know a God. When he came in and says, I know what the definition of mathematics is. Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. They're equal. And it stands true. And you can prove it in no limit of time or at no limit of time. So then you must learn to use it. So when we learn to use these things in the coaching program, in the Money Game book, the things you're learning on Closing the Gap, right? The things you're learning, when you start learning to use it, you're going to start getting the benefits and the results and the return. This is that expense part. You're going to have to expend some energy, some effort to get the results. So I thank you all for watching the broadcast. Inshallah, God willing, we'll see you the next one. But until then, y'all got some work to do. You need to tap into the link. Brother Daryl's going to walk you back through it. You need to go ahead and get the book, right? You need to tap in, like go ahead and sign up and all that, get locked in. You need to refer some people that could benefit from this. Let them just tell you, no, I don't want to change. I want my life to be better. I don't want to improve my finance. I don't want to do that. Let them say that to you outright. But don't just think, well, they ain't gonna want to do that. She ain't gonna want to get involved in nothing. Let them tell you no. That way, hey, you say, hey, I tried to get you to come along, but hey, you said no. All right. So I thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I pray that if something I said impacted you, let us know. Type it up. Send us some messages. Reach out to us and let us know, hey, that really impacted me. Where do I go for the link, or what do I do next? And we'll walk you through it. I am Asad Muhammad, your courage coach. Cultivate the courage to roar. Back to you, Brother Daryl.
All right. Thank you, Courage Coach. Brother and sister, the ball's in your court. It's in your court now. You have to do something, right? Coach and I know, and some of you all might know, there's nothing happens by coincidence. That does not exist, if you understand. You're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. You happen to be here for a reason. Listen to this message for a reason. Something we said resonated with you. You might be fighting it, right? But if you are, there lies the problem. If you are, that's even more the reasons why you need some help. Who's offering you this? Coaching Pro, who's offering you that? Nobody is popping up on your Instagram, advertising on your Instagram. Ain't nobody advertising on your Facebook. None of your emails from marketers. They're not offering you no free coaching. They offer you the easiest path that they can make to your pocketbook. Right? That's a reality. Now they're making the easiest path to your pocketbook. We're not doing you that. We're not going to do you like that. We don't give you more of the same. Just put a black face on it. That's many times what we do in marketing. We just put a black face on it. Right? We got to make the shift now. We got to make a shift of our minds so as those things that used to appeal to us don't even appeal to us no more. We don't even give no attention to that because our minds have shifted. We can just take a quick look at it. No, that ain't what I need. Oh, you make $50,000 a month, man. Get out of here with that. That's for rookies. How long are you gonna be a rookie in the money game? I'm 50 years. How long are you gonna be? You not tired? Kendrick Lamar, stay strolling. Ain't you tired? Ain't you tired, brothers and sisters? We tired for you. Right? We're tired for you, sis, brothers and sisters. You got to make things last. Like that, you take down the medicine a whole lot better when you can laugh. But it's really not funny. It's not funny. Right? We're making light of it so it won't be so heavy for you to lift and go to that website and put in your information. It's mathematical. If it's hard for you to take one step, the first step, it's going to be hard as hell to take two. Right? So we're here to tell you the truth, brothers and sisters, because it's truth-telling time around everything. It's just time for you, somebody to tell you the truth about this game. And we just going to give you a little bit of online because this ain't for everybody. It ain't for the curious, it's for the serious. I talk about that in my book. Stop romanticizing the idea of money. Infatuated, I say in the book. We infatuated. Ooh, about money, I'm going to get on it. We're going to break up all of that. How many free live streams you going to show up to? You know they're going to try to sell you something. Don't get mad. They're supposed to. Well, I'm going to tell you about all this thing about winning at the money game, and I don't have nothing to offer you so you can, expound on it. You can get a better understand. It'd be disingenuous for me to tell you how great something is, and I don't give you no opportunity to take advantage of it, to take it a step further, to expound on it, to make it part of you. That's a disservice. Get you all excited about eating healthy, but you ain't got no way of buying healthy food. That's a disservice. See, so we're going to help you to not be so cynical. I know they're trying to sell me something. Well, how long you been in America? You ain't realized yet what this thing's about? It's about the money game to win and dominate. You still baffled? I knew they was going to try. So who was going to pay for the advertisement? A mystery god? Who's going to pay for the production of the commercial? A mystery god? Who's going to pay for their platform that you got on for free? A mystery god? See? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say, don't put people before profit. But he didn't say don't get no profit. So that's what the coach and I are doing. And that's why we've been blessed these 30 plus years we've been in the nation, because we strive to constantly follow the minister's instructions. He said, don't put profit before the people. So we giving you a free coaching program. I say free, a live coaching program. First call is free. And then I'm gonna help you as far as from marketing and sales, not to sell and market, but to understand the free stuff is really from a knowledge of a winner and dominating in the money game. Anytime they own a free product, it's your due diligence. It's not to get caught up in the hype. It's a due diligence process to see if this is something I need or not? And if I need it, do I need it right now? See, that's what you should be. You go into these free things about. First of all, you decipher it from on the front end, from the commercial. See if I even need that. Not that it's interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be eye catching. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, interesting. It's going to be want you to want to get it because that's the purpose of it. But we're going to teach you how to calm down your emotions, your consumer emotions, and resurrect the mind that's required in order to win and dominate the money game. That's what the coaching program is all about. You take advantage of it. We're gonna talk about fees. Yeah. You can't be about the money game afraid to talk about money. That'd be the reason why you don't have none. You're afraid of it. Anything you're afraid of, you're gonna avoid. If you want money, you gotta run towards money. You want money, you gotta be quick. Just as quick as you want to get it, you gotta be quick to invest it, to release it, to expand it. Seed can only expand if you put it in the ground and water it and give it the right amount of light. So take advantage of that, brothers and sisters. Get your free book, The Money Game, so black people can win and dominate. I'm going to check between now and the next broadcast to see if we've exceeded our 100 subscribers. You do your part. You commit to 2 and 3 that's going to sign up. And you ask them, did you sign up, man? What's up, man? If this was a football game, you would have been went. You would have been did whatever I asked you to. You know, whatever that is. Go to themoneygamebook.com. Get your free gift. Exceed 100. Have the Zoom. Invite the Courage Coach, your Courage Coach on to make a power pack. Right? We tag teams. Right? Give to the Money Game program. Right? Donate. You squeeze your money and you waste your time. That's ass backwards. I said it, ass backwards. No, you hold on to your time. You invest in that which is going to save you some time, save you some energy, save you some frustration, save you some heartaches, save you some disappointment. Oh, man, release that money quick, man, please. Here, take it. Take it here, hurry up, take it. You're going to give me all that? I can get all that? Plus a financial benefit. Here, take these little coins. We're going to help you to understand, but the dollar is losing value every day. Why are you holding on to it? We ain't talking about just release it foolishly. But when an opportunity comes, it's going to take you to the next level, like this coaching program. Why are you holding on to it? It has no value. It's worth nothing. Why you want it? Why they want it? Because they know what to do with it. They know what to do with it. All right, brothers and sisters. So that's our message for tonight. We're a little bit over 2 hours. We like to keep these because we can just go on and on and on and on. But we got to save that for the coaching program. We got to save that for our live events. We got to save that for other programs that we're going to offer you. Education take you from kindergarten all the way to doctor's degree, engineering degree, post graduate degree. See, that's what we need. We need to have a system like that. That'll take you way far from where you are today. So, brothers and sisters, thank you for your time. We appreciate you. Share this stream, share this link. And as we used to say back in the day, Courage Coach, right? Black wealth empowerment. We say we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you're going to be there with us. Right? Because you, your family, but more important, our Black community deserves your very best. So until next time, take care and God bless. We out.